Ladies and gentlemen, we recently lost one of the great characters of Formula One, Eddie George. Eddie's rich heritage is felt throughout the paddock as a successful Formula One team he built from scratch, and the people he employs are still present.
Why are your cars so fast this weekend?
Because, Martin, maybe you're not driving them anymore, I suppose.
Amazingly emotional. What's the matter with you? Okay.
A fair degree of...
a word he's saying.
Sit down.
Yeah, we sat down.
Why are you knackered, man?
Because I'm an old guy, that's why. Alex, Albon, points for you back in Melbourne. A great opportunity starting in the top 10 here today. Points again in China?
Definitely more difficult. We struggled a lot in the sprint race yesterday, so we need to figure out, get on top of the tyres. Obviously, there's a couple more hard tyres to come this Sunday, so there's hoping there's a little bit more of that front graining protection that we need. So let's see. I hope it comes towards us a little bit, because I think we need something.
the tyre issues are going to make it a really strategic race. What are you seeing at the moment in terms of a dominant strategy over the race distance?
Without giving too much away, I think it's just about being reactive, and you no one's driven the hard yet, so no one actually knows what it's capable of. It could be just as bad as a sprint race, and then we're into an unknown territory, but that's about it really. There's going to be a lot of tyre management going on. I think this race on paper is the most race pace rewarding performance result you can get. So in terms of qualifying, it doesn't really matter where you qualify, you just need a quick car. So let's see.
Have you biased the car towards the race with that in mind? And so we're expecting a good race pace from you over the race distance?
We've made a lot of changes. So from sprint race to main quali, we changed the car a lot in preparation for today. I still feel like we've got some possibly inherent traits in our car that are contributing to the graining, and it won't entirely be fixed. So I'm hoping more on that hard tyre to help me out.
Thanks a lot, Alex. Yuki, a great qualifying performance from you with both RBs in the top 10 through to Q3. You must be happy with that.
Yeah, definitely happy. You know, knowing that you have a nice car and you know, there's a chance to score points always is very exciting.
There was an interesting moment for you right at the end of qualifying when you were wide in turn 13, potentially cost you the opportunity for a better lap. Talk us through that one.
Yeah, until then it was a really good lap, you know. Potentially it might be like around 6 to 8. But yeah, I think bit of a snap in an exit of the initially part of turn 12 and went slightly offline. That caused a bit of grip through turn 13. I just never had grip, and then I went wide. So it's definitely a shame, but you know, it could be a really nice lap. But at the same time, yeah, it is what it is. Still happy that I'm able to finish in P9. Still chance to score points. So yeah, it's okay.
Give us a few words in your own language, if you could, please.
レースペースがいいのは分かっているので、もちろん昨日の予選は残念でしたけど、最大限ダブルポイントを目指して、オーストラリアでの悔しさを晴らしていきたいなと思います。
Thanks so much, Yuki. Kimi, P4 in your first ever Grand Prix, points again yesterday. And it's going well, this Formula One stuff, isn't it, for you?
Yeah, I mean, so far it was a good start. I mean, last weekend was pretty special, you know, but there's still so much to learn. I mean, especially when it comes to qualifying, being able to put the tires in the right window is still something I'm lacking still a little bit, because yesterday, I'm not gonna lie, I struggled a little bit with the warm-up myself, and also some bits on driving. You know, still I don't put everything together, but overall, you know, it's going well so far, and you know, with George, I can learn so much from him, and yeah, hopefully we can do a good race today.
You have now at least a sprint race distance under your belt in dry conditions after such a mixed-up Melbourne. How much did you learn yesterday about the tendency of the car over a stint?
Yeah, I mean, we saw already from FP1 that was pretty big, and you know, yesterday I spent way too much time behind the visa, but yeah, definitely, you know, it's deck is really big, and especially dirty area affects a lot the tires. So it was a really good learning yesterday, actually, because I kind of know what to expect for today, and also to set up the car. So definitely, you know, we can hopefully today we can progress.
Would you be happy to give us a few words in your own language, please?
Beh, diciamo che questo weekend è stato abbastanza intenso. Ieri la sprint race è andata abbastanza bene, anche se ho perso tanto tempo dietro alle visa. Ieri in qualifica credo che potevo fare meglio perché diciamo che non ho messo insieme il giro, però siamo pronti per oggi e proveremo a fare una bella gara.
Thanks so much, Kimi. We're going to welcome Isaac Hadjar. Isaac, you must be really happy with that. Through to Q3, your car looks really strong in certain areas of the circuit. Is that giving you confidence moving into the race?
Definitely. Even like the sprint race yesterday, of course I was in the pack, but the pace seemed really good. So yeah, I feel confident. Of course, there's still doubts. Lap 1, anything can happen, but we try to keep it cautious, and hopefully we have the car to keep our position.
We saw you having a discussion after the session yesterday with Helmut Marko. Looked like a very congratulatory discussion. Tell us how that relationship is evolving after Melbourne.
Hasn't evolved at all. It's just always the same. You know, you do bad, gives you a hard time. But actually he didn't really. You know, I had him on the phone, there was no problem. And when you do good, he's here, he congratulates you. So it's an honest relationship. Yeah.
Would you be happy to give us a few words in your own language, please?
Ouais, moi je suis très content là, de la performance d'hier. C'était un très beau tour. La voiture, elle marchait très bien. Donc je suis vraiment content avec cette P7. Je pense que c'est ce qu'on pouvait faire de mieux. Et là pour aujourd'hui, je pense qu'on avait un bon rythme de course en course sprint. Donc le but ça va être de garder notre position au départ. Après c'est sûr qu'il y a Antonelli qui va être très rapide. Mais voilà, essayer de finir dans les points serait bien.
Nice one. Have a great race, Isaac. Welcoming Charles Leclerc. Charles, you mentioned that you thought you got everything out of the car yesterday, having looked through the data after the session. Were there any areas that you think you could have improved, or was that everything you had?
I mean, you can always improve, so there's always a little bit of something, but I felt like we've done a really good job by maximizing the potential of the car. The potential of the car was just not good enough yesterday, so we did a good job. We maximized what we had, but it wasn't enough.
It looks like it's going to be a race of tyre management, where Ferrari in general looked pretty strong in the sprint race. Do you think you're going to have a good race car underneath you?
I think we need to be careful, take too many conclusions from yesterday. Lewis had an incredible race, but he was in front, and the dirty air seemed to affect me a lot. So we'll wait and see. I think it's going to be tough, but yeah, there's a lot of opportunity, and with a lot of degradation, that means a lot of opportunities. So let's hope to be on the good side of things. We've done our homework, I feel ready, and we'll see where that leads us.
A few words in your own language, if you could, please.
Oui, un week-end compliqué pour moi depuis le début du week-end. Mais bon, on va essayer de maximiser aujourd'hui. C'est aujourd'hui qu'on marque les plus gros points. Et il y a beaucoup de dégradation. On s'attend à beaucoup de dégradation pour tout le monde. Et donc du coup, ça pourrait être une opportunité pour nous. Donc j'espère qu'on pourra l'utiliser.
Thank you so much, Charles. Welcoming Lewis Hamilton over to us. Lewis, you have so much support around the circuit here. You said multiple times this weekend how much you enjoy racing here. What is it that you love so much about racing in Shanghai?
I mean, firstly, Shanghai is an amazing city. It's really beautiful. Definitely a place, if anyone gets a chance to come out to China, it's definitely a place to visit. It's one of my favorite cities here that I've experienced. I mean, the weather's been amazing, so we get such a warm welcome from the moment we land, from the fans, from the airport onwards. You know, they're at the airport, they're at your hotel when you get there somehow, and just good positive energy. There's no booing. There's just a good energy for the sport, and it seems to be growing each year. So we're getting more and more people here, which is great. And then the track is amazing, especially when the weather's good.
You said after qualifying yesterday you were going to go away and work out how to win this Grand Prix. What do you think the key to this race is going to be from behind the steering wheel?
I mean, the key at this track with the new surface that we have, but in general at this track, it's a lot of front wear. Yesterday, I think all of us had front left graining particularly, and so I think today really you try and nurse the tire as much as you can, but it's all techniques we use. It's car setup, car balance that you have. Also depends where you are position-wise, but whoever can manage the tyres best today is gonna most likely win the race.
You did that beautifully yesterday from pole position. You're obviously starting a little bit further back in the Grand Prix. Have you got a strategy to make sure you still keep that front tyre in despite being in a little bit more dirty air?
I do, but again, like thinking about it and writing it down is one thing, but then putting it into practice is another. So, but again, I love this circuit, so I really hope today the car is kind to me and I'm able to deliver what I think I can deliver.
Thanks so much, Lewis. We're going to grab hold of Max Verstappen. If we possibly can. Max, good to see you. You said after qualifying yesterday, the car felt a little bit disconnected with relation to its balance. Give us a feel for how the car was feeling for you in quali yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't the easiest, but I guess it's not easy for anyone. Like, the track is very good, very nice to drive. I think the tarmac does make it very tricky to understand what you exactly need from the car and the tires. So I guess we struggle a bit with that, but let's see what we're going to get today. You know, it might be an exciting race with a lot of drag anyway, right? So hopefully we can be a bit better than what we were yesterday.
You mentioned overnight that you thought Red Bull would need, or you would need, some retirements to have an opportunity of winning the race today. Is that where you think you're at in terms of your strength and speed over the race distance?
Well, I don't think we are the quickest, but let's see. We made some changes to the car, you know, yesterday after the sprint, and hopefully that will help our tires out today in the race.
Thinking about that first corner, there are a lot of lines in there, opportunity to make places early on and then gain track position, which is going to be important through the early stage of the race.
Yeah, if there is a possibility, of course, we'll go for that. But at the end of the day, also, you want to stay out of trouble because you can also pick up damage, you know. So just see what happens. Hopefully we can then follow, you know, the cars ahead. And then it's still a very long race with a lot of question marks, I think, for everyone, because no one has even driven on the hard tire.
Could you give us some words in your own language, please?
Ja, tot nu toe natuurlijk best wel een lastig weekend voor ons met de balans van de auto en de bandendegradatie. Maar hopelijk met de aanpassingen die we hebben gedaan dat het vandaag wat beter gaat.
Thanks so much, Max. We're going to welcome in Lando Norris. Lando? Good pace in the car yesterday. The qualifying lap maybe didn't quite work out. Was pole on the table yesterday?
Doesn't really make a difference now, does it? You know, I didn't do the lap. I didn't put it together, and Oscar did, and he deserved it. So the car obviously had the pace. I'm in the same car as him, and potential was there. Just it's up to the driver then to put it together and do it when it counts. And I didn't do it yesterday, so I'm still in a good position. P3, I'm still happy with. I can fight, and I'm in for some good points. And it's a long season, so I can't complain about a P3.
At the beginning of the weekend, you said you were focusing in on making the car fast and then driving around potentially some of the challenges of that. Have things moved a little bit the other way for you now, where the car is generating a difficult balance in qualifying?
I think it's much more. It has a balance which I really do not like, and I can't exploit my good style of driving, let's say. With how the car is on a track like this, you know, when it's a front limitation, when it's understeery. So I'm not worried about it. Let's say I know it's more of like make do with what I got for this weekend. It's a bit more of like a damage limitation weekend for myself, but still optimistic. I want to put in a good race. I want to go forwards, and I want to try and go for the win. But at the same time, I know it's not going to be my strongest circuit of the year for sure.
You're starting line astern with Oscar. Can you give this guy a little bit of hassle down into turn one?
That's the plan. But I know, you know, he wants to go for the win. He's going to be pushing. A lot of people are. So it'll be exciting. I think we're in for an exciting race. You guys are. And it's a long one with the tire deck and all these things. There's a lot of question marks for everyone. So time will tell.
We'll bring in, thanks so much, Lando. We'll bring in George Russell. George, outstanding lap yesterday. You look like you really put the lap together nicely. How was that for you?
Yeah, it was amazing, to be honest. It was really unexpected, and I knew the lap was pretty special. But we know McLaren are, you know, quite a way ahead of everyone right now, and just to get between them was really great. And we'll see what we can do today.
You look like you've got a really good car in a straight line. Is that going to make it raceable down to exactly here in the turn 15 hairpin?
Yeah, I think it will do. It's definitely going to make it difficult for cars to pass us. So the plan is to make a good start. I'll try and get ahead of Oscar and defend that position. But it's going to be a tough race. Nobody knows how these tyres are going to last. They were really challenging in the sprint race, but we're obviously on the hard tyre today in the race for the first time. It might be much better. It might be more of the same. So all to play for.
Thanks so much, George. We're going to bring in Oscar Piastri, pole man for this afternoon's Grand Prix. Oscar, you've taken sprint race victory, you've taken Grand Prix victory, now you've taken a pole position. Only a World Championship needed to complete the set.
Yeah, that would be handy. Yeah, yesterday was really cool. It's been something I've been trying to achieve for a while now, so it was nice to tick that box finally. And you know, I think more so than that, just give myself the best chance of trying to win today. So I think the pace in the car has been good. It's been a bit tricky to get the pace out of it, but no, I think we're confident for this afternoon.
It looked like, in terms of race pace, Ferrari really strong in the sprint. Have McLaren moved back, though, to a dominant position this weekend in terms of pace?
I don't think so. I think the picture's still different from Melbourne. I'm expecting Ferrari to be a challenger today, definitely. You know, obviously starting off the front, hopefully I can keep some clean air and that'll help me out a bit. But we have changed a few things from the sprint that will hopefully help us a bit. So I'm still expecting Ferrari to be there, but you know, now that I'm starting at the front and not where the Ferraris are today, it's hopefully a bit of an advantage. So we'll have to wait and see, but I'm expecting a pretty tense afternoon.
It's going to be a long, hot, strategic race, leaning heavily potentially on the hard tyre with a lot of unknowns. How much number crunching can you do, and how much do you have to make decisions on the fly this afternoon?
I mean, we know what the medium's going to do, more or less. We obviously all run it in the sprint, but the hard, nobody's run. And there's a lot of unknowns. It's the first time we've raced with this tyre ever. The hard tyre is new for this year, so it's going to be a challenge for everybody and you know, a step into the unknown. So it's going to make things pretty interesting, but I'm still expecting it to be a pretty tough race, even on the hards.
Thanks so much, Oscar. Great lap for pole. Enjoy the Grand Prix.